Have you considered targeting millennials in your strategy? Millennials are a very diverse group. They are becoming a huge, I want to say, target market that a lot of marketers are finding hard to understand, but know that they actually need to understand them to be able to reach them. I have a few stats to go over here, so I'll be looking down as I'm talking to you. Very interesting facts and stats on millennials. So if you're taking millennials actually into consideration for your marketing strategy, these insights might just intrigue you. These will start to make some juices flow and actually let you start thinking how you could channel your marketing efforts. Millennials are projected to spend over $200 billion annually and more than $10 trillion in their lifetimes, which makes them the generation with the most purchasing power today and in future years as for now. So they're very diverse. US millennials are very well educated. It's a well diverse and educated demographic that doesn't accept traditional identification. Many of them have financial challenges. Many of them were growing up during the recent recession, and all those things have created stigmas about finances, or they look at money funny is how I would like to say it, because they saw what their parents went through. And all this is an influence their buying behaviors. So at times they could be a challenge for business owners who are keen on traditional forms of marketing, because these guys might be sort of hard to reach through these traditional forms. So we're going to go through a few things here, and it's basically covering a few these numbers, that share this analyzed for 58 million US millennials. Based on 2.4 billion social signals. So we're going to talk about it, and at least you can start to see how you can apply this to your marketing strategy, how you could start to apply this to your market research, how you could try to start to apply this to your social media efforts, because it happens to be that social media is a very good platform to reach these people. So we'll go into it. 44% of millennials are addicted to their devices. That's natural. We see that all around. 81% of millennials are on Facebook, and they have an average friend count of 250. If you step back and look at the power of social media, that means if I have an average friend count of 250, I can post something right now that can hit 250 people right away. That's kind of huge when you think of it. That's a lot of word of mouth. 25% of millennials share content on social networks, which is almost 4 times more than average. They share on the average 4 times per week. That's also big. When you think of the fact that a share is worth 9.5% improvement in increased value. A share. That lets you know how significant that is. So they do a whole lot of sharing. 55% of millennials click back on content shared by peers. And they're almost 3 times more than average in that instance. And 18 is the number of clickbacks generated by millennials. 30% more than average. Now, to look at the platforms where millennials do a lot of things, Twitter is where millennials turn for business and financial information, as well as sports. Makes sense. These are time-sensitive areas, and those kind of news, that you get those kind of time-sensitive news from those platforms. Pinterest is where millennials shop, and I must say not just millennials, but a whole lot of people. But millennials shop at Pinterest. So if you have a product, and you're targeting millennials or a service, Pinterest might be a good spot to be on. It also makes sense. Why? Because it's an aspirational site where people turn for ideas. Millennials are 4 times more likely to share product reviews and recommendations. Again, that's huge. They trust themselves. So when they share this information, it's more valuable than your traditional ad that you're watching on TV, or your traditional ad that's, got gloss and glitter. tend to not believe that as much as they would word from their friends. So one of the things you want to do is get your millennial fans involved in your offering, since they're trusted sources. The value, again, of them sharing is huge. You get them excited, you get them engaged, and you look at all the fact that what they've been through, what they're accustomed to, if they're mostly on their devices, if they've been through the recession and that's shaped their values, if they're very well educated, that means, you know, it's kind of, you just can't con them. They know, they can see through a lot of stuff. That's who they are. But they are still a great market to reach. So if you're looking to target millennials, here are a few things to think about that'll get you going and get your juices flowing for them. You can add it to your marketing strategy, and you should start to see some significant changes.